Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we can't remember very well. Then we pause that recording. We watch the movie while eating 2 pizzas, 2 salads, 1 ice cream cake. Thank you, patrons.
What?
Maybe also ice cream with the ice cream cake. We'll find out in the second half.
Yes, teaser alert. Maybe.
It's getting wild in here.
Why is it so wild, man?
8th anniversary. Happy. My name is Dan.
This is Molly.
Oh, I'm howling also, Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And before I tell you my name, there's a second half to the show where we come back and we talk about the movie again. 8 years, still got it. Nailed the intro, 100% Utah every time. My name is Dan.
Time.
Our movie is Batman.
Why?
We're watching Batman because our first episode, not our pilot, but our episode 1
Yes.
was a Batman.
Yes.
And specifically, Beth, which Batman was it?
Batman Forever, baby.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
First time.
Yay.
Starring Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
And Two-Face.
Was Robin in that one?
Yes.
Wow.
Was that the one that he did? No, that was Batman and Robin is where he does laundry
No,
karate.
incorrect.
Damn it!
Forever.
You had a great streak. You had a great streak.
Okay,
Well,
so
this
did
is not
I
that.
go on a date to watch this one or not?
Probably.
Probably. I just
Okay.
assume you
What-
went on a date for all of these.
What
No.
year do you think it?
Well, if I went on
Which
it,
Batman are we talking about?
We are talking about the very first Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman, known often
Ooh.
by its year.
Oh,
was it
That Molly knows.
1989?
Yes.
I was
So
also
this
gonna say that.
wasn't
Just
when
for
I
the
was on a
record.
date. I would wait several more years to go on a date.
This is pre-day
Several
one.
more Batmans.
Yes. No, my date was in 92, summer
That was
up.
date
So I
one.
think that
Wow.
was, well, I mean.
Maybe that was
basically.
Returns.
Could have been Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a fun fact that I learned today.
Okay.
Great.
So I wanted to see where the movie was streaming, so I had to look it up. And in order to actually find this movie, I had to look up the year.
Right.
Yep.
And I was like, that's the year I was born. And fun fact, we're recording on my birthday.
Wow, that is so fun.
Oh.
So I was like, I wonder when it came out. And it came out 10 days after I was born.
Wow.
Oh, so did your parents take you, little 10-year-old?
Yeah, that must have been my first movie.
10-day-old?
10-day-old.
10-day-old.
Yeah, why not?
Today-old.
Yeah.
10-day-old.
So me and this movie are almost exactly the same age.
That is amazing.
That's amazing.
I'm going to go on a limb and say you've aged more gracefully than the movie has.
Okay, Molly's bet.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't. I
actually
won't comment
don't remember
on either of those aspects. I think this movie actually is going to hold up. That's what I'm going to say. But also,
Dan's
Beth holds up. Also,
Is
Yeah.
this the one with the Prince song in it?
yes.
Many Prince songs.
Oh, and what's his name? How does he
Totes.
get the most wonderful toys?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Jack,
Go ahead.
Yeah?
not Palance.
No?
Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
Crushed it.
Dan's bet. Jack Palance is also in this movie.
Really?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Write it down.
Is the commissioner in this one?
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
if he is, I hope he says he's not coming.
I hope so too.
Not
He's got to say something, right? Like, oh, you're Batman. You gotta help me from the Jack,
From the Jack.
from the Jack man.
Jackman.
Yeah, this movie has an absurd soundtrack considering like where the franchise has gone over the years.
Yeah.
Like if like a child, like, okay, let's say you are a youth and your first experience watching a Batman film was like the new one or like the one with Ben Affleck in it. If I were to tell you there's another Batman movie where the entire soundtrack is written and performed by Prince, their head would, well, first they'd say, who's Prince?
That's fair.
But then once you played a song of Prince, they'd be like, that's so weird.
That horny artist.
Yes,
Who
exactly.
wrote this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My understanding is they came to Prince. They're like, we'd like you to do a song, and he was like, okay. I rolled an entire album. You have to use it.
Awesome.
And they were like, you're a Prince. Of course we will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
The music video for Bat Dance is maybe the best thing I've ever seen.
Nice.
There's like a bunch of Jokers and Batmans dancing around.
Yeah.
Nice.
Watch
Giggles.
it. It's enjoyable.
I feel like the advertisement, probably even you as a 10-day-old, was exposed to the commercial for this movie several times.
What was it?
It was ubiquitous. It was the line, where does he get the most wonderful toys?
Ah.
And it was a scene where Batman comes down through the ceiling during a big street festival.
Classic.
How is there a ceiling? Anyway, I guess it's a gala. It's always a gala.
There's
right?
always a
It's
gala.
always a gala. We've
Is
established
Nicole
this.
Kidman in this one?
No, that was the third one that we watched
This
8 years ago.
is someone. The one with the one eye from Kill Bill.
Daryl Hannah?
No,
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, but also no, I guess.
Wrong.
Okay.
Not Elizabeth Shue.
What's his what's Batman's
She's
Teal.
blonde.
lady friend's name?
Which one?
Vicki Vale. Is this Vicki Vale?
Vicki Vale.
Yeah.
Vicki Vale.
Vicki
Yes,
Vale.
it
Yes.
is because of that, for sure.
Vicki Vale played by. I don't know.
I'm going to say Kim Basinger.
Ah.
Nailed it.
Basinger.
Yeah.
Basinger.
Yeah.
That's
Basinger.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I would agree with that.
Dan's personal totes challenge. Find out how you pronounce that name before the second half.
Great. We'll go to nevcampbell.com.
Yeah.
My
for
bet
all
is
your-
Basinger.
www. How do you say NeveCampbell.com?
Hot
Should we
tip.
make that website? Yeah.
I think it is Basinger, and she bought a town in Georgia.
Excuse me.
Oh.
She bought a town.
She bought an entire town.
Is she
Schitt's Creek.
No,
married to Neil Young, or is that Daryl Hannah again?
I didn't know anyone
I have
married
no
Neil
idea.
Young.
Except the music. man.
Someone did. I read an article about Barn, that album he recorded in a barn,
Okay.
and
Aptly titled.
they interviewed his wife, who's a actor lady.
Great.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
Neil Young's wife,
So
who's a woman in her own right.
www. Who is Neil Young's wife?
Brazelton, Georgia. She
Okay.
purchased, and
Why?
I believe, I think it was for sale, and it was during the height of her.
How do you buy a town?
Yeah. What happens?
I just didn't know.
does
Like
that mean?
Schitt's Creek, they buy the town, and I didn't know you could buy towns.
Do you own all the buildings? Like, do you own
The
everybody's
land
house?
under the buildings.
I'm actually not sure. Depending on how interesting this movie is, I'll do some research.
Sure. Thank you.
But yeah, she bought Brazelton, Georgia, and everyone was very excited. And I think all that happened with it is that Chateau Elan was built.
I don't know what that is.
It is a local winery and day spa.
Okay.
Okay. Did she buy it to like get around some regulations?
Tax.
Do they have like
shelter?
snake fights there
I
or something?
really don't think so. I really think it was like a vanity project, but not like she's vain, but just
I mean,
like
Who knows?
we don't
Vicky
know.
Vane.
Is she from
Vicky
Georgia?
Vane. Vicky
I can't
Vane.
remember. I'll look that
You
up.
got a lot of stuff to look up.
Yeah,
But you're
already.
not going to, because this movie is a rip-roaring good time.
Okay.
Jaquette's bet. It's got a bat plane, which is in a one scene and then is shot with a pistol with a very long gun, very long barrel
Great.
that the Joker has. Jack Nicholson crushes
Yes.
to the point where everybody thought Heath Ledger couldn't do it because Jack Nicholson's so great, and then
Yeah.
I guess he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did fine. I think everybody liked him more than I did.
I
but I
thought
liked him
everybody
fine.
really
Wow.
loved him in that. They thought it was like,
I don't know. I thought he was great, but
Wait,
everybody was
Heath
like,
Ledger's just fine.
Wow.
wow.
he's fine.
All right.
Eat the way. More like
No, I'm not going
Wow.
to step on
the dead.
his grave.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yay.
Whoa. Call back to the bonus content.
Patreon.com/recall.
And it's got Jack Nicholson throwing money around, and then there's gas.
Great.
There's a cool punching fight at the top of a bell tower.
Okay.
I love this movie.
Are you
Okay.
writing down any of these?
No.
He's not.
It's in my brain.
He just knows. It's like ingrained. I've never seen this movie, so I have no idea what it is.
Wow.
But it's your birthday movie.
I know.
Should she do a pre-call?
Your birth film.
Yeah, you kind of fucked it up. She could have done a pre-call. Now you plant all these seeds.
Well, I didn't know.
I already
We
forgot everything he said
Great.
because he didn't
Here we
write it
go.
down.
Put 60 seconds on the clock.
Oh, baby. This is a sponsorship pending. Probably no one because they're all union busting monsters.
But we are open for offers.
Absolutely. But
Open
also
offers, but
open up
also-
your books to
Yeah.
us. Beth, are you ready?
Yep.
And go.
Batman is played by Michael Keaton. He lives in a bat cave with his pal Alfred. There's a Joker joking around, doing crimes in town, and he wants to rob a bank. And Batman's like, no, you can't rob this bank because my parents were killed. And now I am out to get all bad guys. And so he stops him from
30
robbing
seconds.
the bank. He has a lady friend named Vicki Vale. They smooch, probably in a weird way. The mask makes it difficult. Ooh, are there nipples on the mask? I'm going to say no.
On the mask?
I love it.
Yes.
On the suit.
Awesome.
Is what I meant to say.
10
But
seconds.
are there? Probably. And it's Tim Burton, so I wonder if it's like kind of eerie and everyone is like gaunt. Oh, wait, Prince does the music. I was going to make a guess that it was what's his face that does all Tim Burton's movies that I can't think of. Oingo
Time.
Danny Elfman.
Probably, yes.
He might do
He
the
wrote the
score.
theme. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The famous Batman theme first appears in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Which goes like this?
Batman.
Batman.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
I can't remember how it goes. Yep, there it is.
That's it.
I'm going to make Molly's bet. I'm going to predict that I'm going to hate the scene where the parents get killed. And
Sure.
I feel like there's so many flashbacks to it in this.
Yeah.
Does it turn out the Joker killed him or something?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort
Oh.
of.
He's like pre-Joker. He's just a street thug. And he's like, hey, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh.
That's how he knows it's the same guy. And then he becomes the Batman because his parents are dead and he's
Yeah.
sad.
Yep.
And then he's punching toughs. And one of those toughs is the street thug Jack somebody, maybe.
Oh, and that was in the preview too.
What
yep.
was in the preview?
Well, where he has a tough
Uh-huh.
and he's holding him over the edge of a building
Uh-huh.
Oh,
and having some like.
that is in it, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Punches that tough into a vat of goo.
There is a vat of goo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then he becomes the Joker.
Great.
But yes, that opening scene over the building, the opening scene rules. Jaquette's bet. He's fighting street toughs, and someone's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he goes, "I'm Batman."
Yeah.
And it's great. It's the first time Batman that I saw as a child, and I loved it.
Great. Me too. I mean, I saw all the 60s shows, which I guess the first time I saw Batman, but that's a very different energy. Yeah. Fun fact, this is one of, I think, at least 4, if not an absurdly larger number of films where Jack Nicholson plays someone named Jack.
Oh, yeah. Like Chinatown. No, that's Jake.
Jake,
Yeah.
that's
We might have talked about this in the Chinatown.
Yeah.
episode. But yeah, his name is Jack Napier.
That's right.
And he is in other movies named Jack Other Last Name.
Jack
And he
Wolf.
also Jake. He was in the story of 2 Jakes.
Sequel to Chinatown.
Oh, it's a terrible movie. We left early.
All
That's
right.
one of the few movies I've actually left early. We had exchange students in from Soviet Georgia, and we were trying to watch it at like the discount theater.
Is
And
this-
everybody started to fall asleep.
Is this how we learned you were in the Soviet Union?
Oh, I
For
don't
the
know.
Tale of Two Jakes.
We must have talked about this in the Chinatown episode.
Was one
right?
Jake like a Soviet and one was an American?
No.
Is that what you thought?
Oh, that'd be
I
wild.
wish. No, they were just detectives. I'm not sure. But anyway, Jake and Jack and the other one that you mentioned are all very similar names.
The other
What
one
other
we
one?
mentioned was Jake.
Yep. That's
Or
also-
Jack.
Oh my God, this is a nightmare, and we're only 10 minutes into the show.
Batman rules.
Dan's
Sorry.
Bat. This movie, I remember thinking it also thinking it rules, but also like I was a child.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing watching it now, I'll be like, oh, this movie is like way more violent than I thought it was. Because
Yeah.
when I was a child, I was probably just like, hell yeah, Batman, colorful costumed villains. This is great. But I probably was like too dumb to actually pay attention to the storyline. And I feel like I feel like Jack Nicholson's Joker is like way more of a shithead than I probably appreciated as a child. You know what I mean? Because as a kid, it's just sort of like, oh yeah, it's just like he laughs like a clown and he's mean. But like the actual storyline is like, I'm the Joker. I hate everybody. I'm going to kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, I remember him being pretty scary.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, sort of that unhinged, like, chaos energy.
Okay. The second one is Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, nailed
Okay.
it.
There's also Batman Begins, which was a cartoon.
Nope.
What?
No.
That's a
That's a
Nolan.
Nolan movie.
No, what was the one that was a cartoon and he was like a teenage Batman? Bat-teen.
Batman Beyond?
Oh, that's what it
It's
was.
a TV show, not a
yeah,
movie.
Batman Beyond. Yes,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Take it all back.
Okay.
Batman Returns.
Yes.
Was that also a Tim Burton?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I take back my gaunt guess then.
Why?
I don't think
'Cause the Penguin's big?
nobody was gaunt in that movie. The Penguin was definitely Tim Burton-y, though, with the like dark circles around his
Yeah.
eyes.
It felt pretty Tim Burton-y when it came out, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
I think I said this in our Batman Returns episode that I remember this one being a Batman movie directed by Tim Burton and the second one being a Tim Burton movie about Batman.
Oh,
Whereas
okay.
this one, it's like he doesn't quite have as much creative control as he does in the second one. I mean, it's still Tim Burton because it's probably going to be like the entire city is just Gothic castles.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to ruin this movie for me is the thoughts. I recently watched The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson.
Our Pats. Our beautiful boy.
Our beautiful weird boy, which I really, really liked. I actually would highly recommend that movie. But
I also liked it. It's very long, and I'm surprised. I'm impressed you watched it.
I think
actually.
maybe we watched it in 2 nights,
Attaboy.
honestly. And I remember that movie, I was like, hell yeah, beat up some street thugs. And then transitioned to like, wait a minute, this is actually very bad.
Yeah.
That he's just like running around punching people and he thinks he's got the moral high ground because he never kills anybody, but
Yeah.
he like cripples everybody.
Yes.
And then I think that movie addressed that.
Yes.
As, like he actually is making things maybe worse.
Yeah.
Like maybe neutral, but probably he's making everything worse.
Yeah.
And so by the end, I was like, great, good job, The Batman.
Right.
So this movie is not going to do that.
No.
Batman is for sure a hero.
Yes.
It's great that he dresses up in a cape, is a billionaire, and just punches people in the streets.
Yep.
And it's not great, but maybe it'll still be great in a film.
Yeah, I feel like Tim Burton's version of Batman is like, it's also like less clear if he specifically goes out of his way to not kill people.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I remember when this movie was coming out was what a big deal it was that Michael Keaton was
Yes.
going to be the lead.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm wondering what the timing of this is as related to.
Mr. Mom.
No, that's a even more interesting
The car
question.
one.
No,
The
I was
newspaper
thinking.
one.
No, I was thinking about the Die Hard one, where
Oh, sure.
what's his name was cast against
Yeah.
Bruce
type.
Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis. Like how
Yeah.
close in time these are because they
Great
kind of
question.
have similar vibes.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'll try to look it up during the break.
Pretty close.
Yeah, because Mikey Keats was known as more of a comedic dude in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, total comedian.
And then, yeah, this
And
was...
there were article after article explaining to the American public that there's a lot of darkness in comedy.
What?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I had to explain that.
I think he does great in this, though.
Oh, because Tom Cruise also played a comedian with Sally Field in a movie right around this time.
Okay.
And they had to explain that it's okay for people who are funny to also be dark. And I guess they're still explaining it all the time.
Are they?
Well, like when, what's his name, did Punch Drunk Love? Adam Sandler. Yeah. Or like you have Barry, where Bill Hader gets to go very dark.
Mhm.
Like there's... Anyway, the point is that article, you could just dust it off.
Replace the actor.
Replace the actor
Yeah.
and set it up.
Yeah. Which is funny because, like, the age being the age that I am, 35, the first thing I knew Michael Keaton from was Batman.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like,
Oh.
oh, it's so weird to see Batman be in these, like, wacky, like, somewhat sexist 80s comedies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the first movie I know Michael Keaton from.
Multiplicity.
Maybe it's Beetlejuice,
Beetlejuice?
but
Sure.
Beetlejuice.
no.
Not Gung Ho.
Oh, I saw that.
You watched a lot
That's
of
the
Gung
car
Ho.
movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
that's
I
car
say
movie.
the car movie, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is a car movie.
That's what I mean.
a car factory movie.
I don't think he was in multiple Car Factory movies.
I mean,
Now I'm wondering if it is Batman. Have I seen it before? Maybe I saw it as a kid and I just like, it's just in there.
It's just in there.
Like I saw him like being Batman
Yeah.
on TV or something.
Or when you were 10 days old.
Yeah. Yep, probably.
Because
That
your
makes
mom
sense.
was like, oh, I'm so bored after carrying this child to
Bring
term.
this child out into a public movie theater seems
see
like a
Batman.
good idea.
She's got to know to punch street toughs.
Exactly.
My first movie I saw was Beauty and the Beast in theater.
oh, how old were you?
I don't know. Whatever year that came out.
90
3?
something.
2 or 3?
The Beast is kind of like Batman, right? Grumpy.
Beast Man
Has like weird shape. Lives in a dark house.
is rich.
Is rich.
It's got fangs, kind of.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm thinking Dracula.
The original Batman.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Michael Keaton's charming. He's also, I think, does a pretty good job of being the lonely Batman. He like walks around. There's a very funny scene. We'll see. of where he and Vicki Vale comes to his house and they have dinner and
Yeah.
they sit at a very long table
LOL.
on
that's
opposite
good.
ends from each other.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, you want to go to the kitchen or whatever? And
there's a fireplace like in the middle.
Probably.
Candlelight.
Yeah.
That's my bet.
Nice. There's also going to be a great scene where Michael Keaton says, "You want to get nuts?"
Yep. And then he gets shot and you think he's dead.
Oh.
Vicki Vale thinks he's dead, but he's not. He put a piece of metal in his clothes.
Yeah,
Spoiler
this
alert.
is definitely like there's definitely, I guess, credit to the second one for acknowledging in passing in dialogue that like he's pretty shitty to Vicki Vale, like as a not like in terms of like he's directly purposefully shitty to her, but just like as a romantic partner, he like, you know, he really neglects that relationship.
Yeah, I mean, as we all know, billionaires are terrible lovers.
Yes. We all know that. We do know that.
Yeah.
That's a t-shirt.
Quick segue, Mackenzie Scott. If you,
And or Melinda French Gates.
yes, if either of you want to give us whatever amount of money we decided
10
it was,
million a
I think it
month?
was 10 million a month.
mean,
We
it's a
will
pittance.
stop doing Totes Recall unless you ask us to keep doing it, which we will
Yep.
absolutely do because we
Yep.
love doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you need us to do it, we will stop doing this one so we can focus all our energy on creating a new podcast where we will shit on your ex-husband.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bezos the Clown,
don't-
Bezos stupid.
Have a great name if we do Bill Gates. But Bezos is Bezos the Clown, Bezos stupid. Bill Gates could just be like,
Gates, Bill Gates sucks.
Bill Gates
This is a bad lover.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I just I mean if you want us to do like one about both of them together
Or
I,
all billionaires.
I love billionaires are terrible lovers. Was that what it was?
Yeah,
is that
it
the
is
t-shirt?
now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Bezos episodes could be called Bezos Stupid, Bezos the Clown, Part 1 through infinity.
A million.
However many months.
However many
you
it
want to give
takes.
us 10
Probably
million.
$1 billion for every
Hey,
dollar he
am I
has.
right?
He
Yeah.
has more than $1 billion.
Anyway, billionaires
That-
suck. The Batman also, as Dan alluded to, sucks when you break it down, but it's also fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the running joke now is that like imagine like just selling an eighth to try to like pay for your child's daycare and then getting your legs broken by Batman on the street.
Yeah. And then he like goes home and is a billionaire and, you know, probably is doing honestly more harm just through business practices
Oh yeah.
than out on the streets.
Oh, yeah. A lot of pollution, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, does he own
Wayne
Chemical
Wayne?
Bat?
Oh, is that a
Warehouse?
Wayne?
I don't know.
Probably.
Oh,
Probably,
Wayne
right?
Industries.
Yeah. They got
Dan's
their
Bat-
fingers and all sorts
Yeah,
of
Dan's
pots.
Bet Wayne Industries is involved in that chemical plant somehow, and that's how he knows to
That's
go there.
why he's at the gala.
I don't know.
Probably.
Always a gala.
Always a gala.
Unless you're Robert Pattinson,
Hell
because
yeah.
that's the sad, broken Batman.
Ooh, speaking of gala, I'm just thinking of this because one of the Batmans has the worst not pass of a Bechdel Wallace I've ever seen, where they only introduce the men to each other and then the women to the men. They never introduce the women to each other.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
I think that might be
So
Nolan.
I'm curious. No, it was one of the ones that we watched.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the one. Shoot,
Oh, was it
Batman
one with-
and
Robin?
One with
Forever.
Batman Forever? No,
Drew,
what?
Drew Barrymore, where there was like they had
Oh.
like the hot ladies
Yes,
in black
sugar
and white.
and spice or
Oh.
whatever.
Yep.
So, do you think this movie
Ah,
will pass the Bechdel Wallace
Wow.
test?
we got Vicki Vale.
Yep.
There's like a weird doll lady that
Joker's
got.
Joker's got
It's
at
not
least
like a Harley Quinn situation.
No.
No.
Harley Quinn was not invented yet
Yeah, I
because
feel
Harley
like
Quinn
I
was
knew this
created
already
for the
from the
animated
last
series,
cast.
which it was based on Batman Returns. So
Yeah.
it was in existence until a few years later.
I feel like you told me that last time.
I think you
But yeah, there's definitely at least a lady who hangs out with the Joker.
I don't think she has it.
Ooh, bold bet. They do pass the Bechdel Wallace test because at
Vicki Vale.
one point the Joker terrifies Vicki Vale with his lady friend as part of that psychological torture. And now I'm wondering if they actually speak to each other. They probably don't, but I'm going to be bold.
That's the closest pass.
Yeah.
Scary lady friend in
Yep.
Vicki Vale.
But she probably just talks to Joker next to Vicki Vale.
Yeah. Yeah, he like kidnaps her and is like kind of in love with her too.
Vicki
and
Vale?
she's a real object to be won.
Yes.
That's too bad.
Yep.
Movies.
Hey, movies. The commish is going to crush it.
Oh yeah, Commish.
The guy who plays Alfred is also probably going to crush it. Those are the two characters that survived the entire franchise.
Should we make up a test where if they speak to each other, it gets points?
Wait, who are the people? Alfred and who?
Alfred and the commissioner.
Oh,
I don't think they will.
Consistent character actor test. I love it.
Well, Molly, how should we rate this film?
We should rate this film Billionaires Are Terrible Lovers, Summer Tanks.
So we're just hawking more merch.
Yep.
All right. Great. I love it.
look out for it in the shop on
Now,
July
this-
17th.
this is
15th.
different.
What day is it?
Oh,
July
boy.
15th.
Oh boy, this is not being offered by that same guy who had a trunk full of cheese.
I'm so glad you brought him up.
Thank you.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Same guy.
Yeah, I don't remember what merch he was showing last time, but
Be Bold T-shirts.
Oh,
Be
that's
Bold
right.
tees.
Got it.
Yeah.
Be Bold wallets.
these are straight up
Oh, that
tanks.
was People Wallace.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, same guy. He's pivoted.
He's pivoted.
And these are well done tanks?
I mean, yeah, they're nice.
Exquisite.
I
Nice.
mean, they're not up to like billionaire standards.
They shouldn't be.
They
No.
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because
No.
that would be against the brand. But I'm going to go ahead and say that they're like the kind that don't shrink when you put them in the wash.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
But
That's
they're not
good.
like polyester.
Yeah,
Don't want
they're
no.
decent
Yeah.
though.
You're wearing a tank. You want it to breathe a little bit. It's already hot weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Billionaires are terrible lovers. Summer
Summer
tanks.
tanks.
Summer
tanks.
tanks.
Specifically.
Summer tanks.
Specifically, not a winter tank.
No.
No.
Yeah. You don't want a fleece tank. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Is that
It'd
a
be
vest?
nice
Yeah,
there.
I
it's
think
a
that's just a
vest.
vest.
Oh,
Is
did
a
you know?
vest just a winter tank top?
Whoa! New
Have you-
podcast spin-off.
Have you seen this thing about the Manhattan uniform or
No.
the Midtown uniform?
No.
In Manhattan, apparently all of the stockbroker
Yeah.
bros and hedge fund managers wear like khakis, a long sleeve shirt, and usually a navy vest, like sporty vest, like you'd wear for like outdoor activity.
During
like
the
a
summer?
fleece.
Like a
vest?
fleecy dress,
All year round.
fleecy vest.
No, not a
Puffy
fleece.
vest?
More like not a puffy vest, slender profile, but maybe quilted.
Oh,
So what I'm hearing is
More
that they are
confused.
wearing summer vests, winter vests in the summer.
Yes.
This
Twen-
is
yeah,
upsetting.
year round.
winter tanks during summertime.
Yep.
Wow, wow, wow.
If it was puffy or
That's what I
fleece
meant.
vest, you're describing literally every man who works on the executive level of the company I work for. It's
Really?
so weird during the winter when I watch them all walk into a conference room together.
They're all wearing vests.
They're all wearing like the same outfit that you just described,
Yeah,
except it's like
maybe
for
it's
winter times
bigger.
because we live in Minnesota, local reference.
Maybe
Local
it's
reference.
bigger. Maybe it's bigger than Manhattan.
Or
Wow.
maybe they're trying to look cool for invest. You know, they want to be cool investors because
Vest?
they're businessmen. Business.
Investors.
Speaking of business,
Dan, you go first, as we all know.
best Dan goes
Wow.
first.
Is the worst.
First is not the worst,
That's
but
the rhyme.
shit. All right, fine. First is the worst, and I embrace my flaws. Hashtag body positivity. Hashtag love yourself. I also think this movie will probably rule, but I also think it will be very of its time. So I'm a little nervous that parts of it will be like very cringe and I don't know, just like not as cool as maybe I thought they were when I was a child, and more just like corny or offensive. So I'm going to, but it is still Batman, so I will give it 4 Billionaires
Wow.
Are Terrible Lovers Summer Tanks. But I will put the 4th one in my cart, but not check out
That's
yet.
how you get the discount.
And by cart, I mean the cart next to this dude's Trans Am that he
Yeah.
is selling these out of.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you take in 3 out. You're like, I'll buy these.
Yeah.
And you put a 4th one in your cart and you go, I'm thinking about
I'm thinking,
that one.
yeah, exactly. You're like to entice him and
He's
see if I
just
can
like,
like goose the sale a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure. Great. Beth, you are second.
Mm-hmm.
Second is the best.
Whoa.
I have no idea how I will feel about this movie, so I feel like I have to go straight down the middle and
Oh,
say
wow.
3, Coward's
Walking down
Island.
Crime Alley.
Um,
Coward.
Coward Alley.
Howard's Alley. You want to take it again?
No.
Yeah, I feel like I will say with this caveat, is that a word?
Yes.
Okay. Caveat, because it's like a bat cave.
Yes.
Bad caveat.
Yeah,
Bat
bat caveat.
Yeah.
is that I always have a good time watching Batman movies with y'all, so I'm very excited about this because something stupid will come from it.
True.
Also, I am curious if Joe Prado also worked on this movie.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It might be a little early for it.
Yeah, maybe.
He might have still been doing electrical work or something.
Yeah, or like driving around manure trucks in 1950s.
Oh, is
Yeah.
his
Twin
dad or his grandpa?
Pines, or I don't remember. Check the tapes.
He's a ghost? My name is Dan. I'm third. I have the treasure chest. I got it, you guys. I am also going to give it 4. I think it rules, but probably something will be bad. Bad man. That's it.
Great.
Molly,
This is Molly.
you're last but not least.
Last but not least. And so this movie, even though we were all canonically 35, this movie came out when I was a freshman in high school.
Oh,
Great
real
year.
quick. Happy
Great.
35th birthday, Beth.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally, 35.
You made it.
And I remember seeing it, and this was probably my first introduction to Batman. So I want to give it nostalgia points, but I don't know. Normally I think I'd land on 3, but I'm bored by that. And we've already gotten a bunch of 4, so I'm going to go 2.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 billionaires are terrible lovers, summer tanks. And you know what? I'll put 1 in the cart because that's just so fun.
Well, you bought 1 and put 1 in the cart.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm just clarifying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because then you can be like, you're sitting there like, maybe I need 2. And he's like, getting
Yeah.
nervous, like
Yeah,
sweat
yeah.
pouring down his
Come on,
forehead.
Wallace. Be bold. Make the say it, Wallace.
Ooh, and then Batman swings down. It's like, these are counterfeit, and then breaks his arm.
My kids won't eat tonight. Shouldn't have done crime. I'm going to go live off.
Where's the screen printer? That's the name of the new villain. I'm
Oh,
pitching
the
a new
screen
Batman
printer.
villain.
The screen
The
printer?
screen printer.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He controls your body through.
Ink or something.
He's a
Jeez.
pirate.
What?
He's a pirate,
Oh, like a
pirater
stealing
of
stuff.
intellectual property,
Like the. Oh.
Oh,
but also on the ocean.
Okay.
Oh, he's like.
He's IP pirate.
He's like
Change the
Eagle
name.
Outfitters, whatever.
I'm changing the
Steal-
name. IP pirate. He dresses like a pirate, and he sells bootleg merchandise.
Takes people's Etsy designs and sells them at.
Oh, so he's just a corporation. He's just a white-owned corporation. Yeah,
It's
great.
just the anthropology. Which feel free to sponsor us, anthropology, if you want.
Yeah, but also
Check yourself.
you're bad.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna press pause. Go watch Batman, the first
Just
one.
called Batman. Yep.
We're gonna pause and go watch Batman. We'll be right back. Hello, listeners. You are listening to the Totes Recall podcast, and we're taking a quick break here to do 2 things. First of all, probably most important because we respect our patrons and our listeners so much, is to give an audio shout out to Randy McCourt.
Randy
Like a basketball court.
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
That's
We were all in pep
Oh,
band,
basketball
maybe.
court. Yeah, got it.
Some of us were in orchestra. No big deal.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello, cellist.
Strings.
Unite.
Cellist over here.
Cello
You
corner.
get out and get the football team jacked with your friggin' cello.
Some of us were playing a very crucial but mostly ignored part in the musical score of Hello, Dolly.
Some
Thank
of
you very
us were
much.
playing the same 8 whole notes over and over in Papa Buchanan.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're very busy.
Well,
Also, I learned to play.
sorry, sports.
I just called to say hello,
Okay.
Oh.
which is by. Anyway, hey, everybody, thank you. So if you too would like to hear your name in lights, or if you would like to join our Discord and be able to ask questions that we read on the air, or just get involved for little as $1 a month, you can
Wow.
help support this podcast on patreon.com.
Whoa.
And there's no /totesrecall.com. No, it is patreon.com/totesrecall.
Correct. Nope. There's not a .com. Just
There
listen to Molly.
Yeah. Just if there's anything you should pick up after 8 years of this show, just listen to Molly, except when she's wrong, and then listen to me.
Well, that's fair. And when I'm wrong, I'll usually say it, but not until the next episode.
Right.
Yeah.
But I am right about this.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/TotesRecall, or you can find it just by going to TotesRecall.com. And, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. It's been an awesome 8 years. Thanks for supporting us, and we look forward to, well, let's just say 8 more.
Yeah, it's fun to say.
Yeah. Sweet
8
16
more years.
8
more years.
Dun, dun, dun,
Eight.
dun, 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 dun.
Are you ready for 8?
Yes, I am.
And we're back. We just watched 2 hours and 6 minutes of Batman.
Yeah.
Anything else?
A lot of dark scenes. Very big acting.
Okay. You're stumbling towards some award-winning territory here. So
With
Uh-oh.
great art direction.
Uh-huh.
And Billy D. Williams.
Hey.
And Jack Palance.
Hey.
Yeah.
There we go.
Batman.
Batman is the movie. Before we drill too deep into that cave, Batcave.
Okay.
Are you about to give a caveat?
Bad caveat.
That caveat?
I don't think so. We have a segment
I'm
that
listening.
needs no caveat in terms of its greatness.
Uh-huh.
It won all the awards.
Yes.
Wow. All of them.
Swept the
Every.
pod.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we've got statues. We've got
We got statues of Batman.
that one was pretty well. I think you can parse that one out.
Which cover the awards.
Studios and
And of course, it's 60-second summary.
of course it is.
We all know what it is. It's not a confusing thing like who is Batman. It's if you think of like you see these awards and the
Yeah.
awards are like Batman,
Okay, I'm listening.
and it is not like that where you're wondering who Bruce Wayne is because we're Bruce Wayne and the awards are Batman, but
What?
it's after the reveal. Everybody knows that we are the awards.
Wow.
I honestly do not understand
No,
anything
no
you
one
just
does.
said. Okay.
Is it
How
after
how
midnight?
many tens of minutes should I spend explaining it?
3?
None.
Beth's so generous. What a generous producer.
All
That's
right,
3 times the length of the entire segment.
we'll jump right into it. I will volunteer to go first, as is tradition. Who knows who did it last?
Yeah, who knows?
Was it me?
I don't know.
Yeah, go for it, Dan.
All right, I'll do it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
We open on.
We open on a family that you are tricked into believing is Bruce Wayne and his parents getting killed. But it's modern day, even though everything sort of looks like the 50s. And street toughs are there, and then Batman says, I'm Batman. He punches them a lot. Now there's crime lords that are happening. And Jack Palance is one. Jack Nicholson is one. 2 Jacks. A tale of 2 Jacks. And that's the casting for this movie.
30 seconds.
Wow. Okay. So crime goes bad, and Jack Nicholson gets double crossed, and now he's the Joker because Axis Chemicals. And then he wants to make everybody look like him with laughing faces. Batman wants to stop him, all the while putting the moves on Vicki Vale. Vicki Vale. And
10 seconds.
in the end, Batman is victorious after fighting a big bell tower, and Bruce Wayne is Batman, and
What?
he and Vicki Vale are...
Time. Is there actually a Vicki Vale song, or are you two just bananas?
There's in Bat Dance, there's a part that goes, Vicki Vale, Vicki Vale.
Oh.
And that has a sound
I think it might be sampled.
bite
Yeah.
sound sample from the movie.
Great.
Wow. You can see, of course, why everyone knows that we, Bruce Wayne, won all the awards.
Stop.
Batman.
Stop. Just stop.
Just,
Okay. 100% Utah for sure.
Yeah.
Great job all around. I think
Yes.
could have been more mentions of Alfred,
Yeah.
who does so much for Batman.
Knox, the other journalist. The fact that Joker killed Bruce Wayne's parents. You didn't mention that.
Well, we don't find that out till the end.
Yeah, but he is supposed to summarize the whole movie.
Oh, gotcha.
That's not really the plot. It's more just like a stinger.
Fine.
No, great job. 100%
Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's almost nothing more to say.
How did Beth do?
How did Beth do? Of course, Beth's union, pro-union company
Pending.
sponsor. Oh, boy. Okay, here were Beth's bets. Beth's pre-bets. There is Batman. It's Michael Keaton. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Alfred is there.
Incredible.
Nailed it. Joker is doing crimes.
Yes.
He robs a bank. No. And Batman says no to that.
I mean,
Says no to crime.
He says no to crime. Nailed it. There's dead parents.
Yes.
Yep. Batman wants to stop all crimes.
Yes.
Yep. There's smooching.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty good smooching.
Are there nipples on the bat mask?
Not that we
No.
could see.
No.
Not that we
Correct.
could see.
There are no nipples on the mask.
Yeah.
But his eyes are
The nipples of the face?
Yeah, his eyes are the nipples of the face.
Wait, all eyes are the nipples of the face, or Batman's eyes are the nipples of the face?
All eyes?
All eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
All eyes on
the nipples.
the nipples.
So when someone says my eyes are up here, bub,
Yeah.
it's just
like
more
It's a
nipples.
brain
a different
teaser.
set of nipples.
My face nipples are up here.
Yeah, focus on the face nipples. Hey, teens,
Teens,
focus on the face nipples.
you're talking to someone who looks straight in their face nipples.
Yes, and let them know that's what you're doing.
Yeah. And it would be eerie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say there
100%
were a
Utah.
couple gaunt-looking characters,
Indeed. Indeed.
especially the two street toughs.
Oh, at the beginning?
At the beginning.
Yes, the crimers.
The crimers at the beginning
Yeah.
look like they could be in a animated Tim Burton movie.
Yes, agreed.
Oh, you mean like a Jack Skellington?
Yeah, like a well, I'm thinking more like Corpse Bride
Yeah,
type
yeah,
look.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
where they got kind of angles.
Yeah, they're so sharp.
Okay. Sure. Well, great job.
Thank you. 100% Utah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another very important bet was who is the lady in this movie, and are they married to Neil Young? Crucial bet that we looked up by asking the room, and Beth's Beyond Boyfriend answered. Neil Young's wife is Daryl Hannah. I was right. Daryl Hannah's not in this movie.
Yes, correct.
It's Kim Basinger.
Yes.
Basinger, yes.
Basinger.
Which we also looked up.
Yes.
There is an episode of The Simpsons that clears it right up.
Good job, Simpsons.
Good job. You
They
did it.
even predicted that a podcast years in the future is going to need to know how to pronounce Basinger.
Incredible.
And so they put that scene in there.
They get it right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kim
She herself
Basinger-
says her name, which is
Remember,
very
she
nice.
is Bay and a singer. I don't know if she's a singer.
She is a singer.
She is?
Yes. She recorded an album with Prince.
What?
What?
Prince
What?
produced an album
What?
in between the two Batmans, which is also in between her marriages.
Uh-huh.
Who are her
and-
marriages?
Well,
Neil Young.
no.
And Prince.
Neil Young.
It was Alec Baldwin on one end of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And prior to that, it was a makeup artist. I cannot think of his name. Anton, I think.
Ooh.
Anton, the makeup. Makeup
At
by
any
Anton.
rate,
Do you think he worked on this movie?
no, not this movie.
No.
No.
'Cause
Prince.
it's all about makeup.
Listen, we're talking Prince.
You
She had a
were talking about Kim
relationship?
Basinger.
Kim Basinger had a relationship with Prince. And during that
A
time,
romantic relationship?
yes.
Oh, you didn't say that part. You just said they worked on an album together.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I mean,
Thank you.
when you're in the studio with someone for
Yeah.
that long,
I'm in the studio with Prince. I mean, he didn't cut albums for just anybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I
So,
assume. Unless
I
there's
mean-
like a vault full of like random albums he made for
know.
people.
Yeah, I don't know, but they never got released. But she made a full length album.
yeah,
That's wild.
I imagine that is a way that he,
I feel like Carmen Electra would back you up on that.
would meet up with people,
Mm-hmm.
make an album with me. It won't ever be released.
Yeah.
Winking while saying that.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
Prince.
Oh, what a scamp.
Yes,
Such
our
a
horny scam. All right.
Local horn dog. Prince. Local reference.
Is it?
Is it though?
Yeah, he's from here.
I had no idea Prince was from Minneapolis before I moved here.
Yeah,
I honestly thought he came from outer space. Like, he's just so cool.
I mean, we still don't know. Honestly, like
He just landed
could have been a
here.
Kal-El situation.
speaking of DC Comics.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
But Prince has 2 songs in the movie, 1 song in the credit, not
3
in the
songs
movie.
in the movie.
Yep.
3?
Yeah, there's Party Man. There's the one during the parade.
Trust.
And
maybe.
then the other one, which is
Scandalous.
like Scandalous.
Isn't
yes.
that during the credits?
Yes.
I
Those
said 2
3
in the
songs.
movie, 1 in the credits.
Oh. I misheard you.
Wow.
We're so mad at each other.
And another thing that's in this movie is the color purple.
Yes.
Connection or coincidence?
I think coincidence, right? Unless Prince agreed to do the movie because the villain has
Maybe.
purple coloring.
Maybe. He saw a picture of the Joker, was just like, oh, I'd wear that. And then decided to do the movie.
Yeah.
Because he was wearing purple before this movie came out.
I think so.
I think he likes purple in part because he loves the Vikings.
What?
Well, he didn't like the Vikings until later.
Oh.
That was like a new development.
Okay.
He got really into the Vikings. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I was watching a Vikings game with my family, and it cut to Prince standing in his box watching the game.
Yeah.
And he looked like a cardboard cutout of himself. He was standing so still, had no expression on his face. Like, just seemed like, is he actually into it? Like, what's happening?
Wow. I didn't know there was a whole phase. Is that why he agreed to do the Super Bowl? Because that
I think it was before the Super Bowl.
halftime was one of the best Super Bowl halftimes I've ever seen.
It's very good. This happened years earlier.
Yes.
Prince-
Oh, anyway, yeah. This is like one of Prince's breakouts, right?
Oh.
Like to like
Batman?
the general public. Yeah. Like that song was
I don't know
everywhere.
about that.
I don't know.
But I don't know a lot about Prince.
Me neither. Sorry. People in Minnesota who decided they were after he died.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
This is a very tense report.
I don't know.
What is happening?
I just feel like local references, certain radio stations got real up in there after he died because they were like, oh, we should do something to, like, we should pay a tribute to him. And then it was very well received. And it just feels like they really leaned into that more so than they had been in the past. That's all I'm saying.
by starting a second channel devoted to Prince and funk.
Sure. Or just talking about it more. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like local references, a lot of, I'm going to say it, white people in
Whoa.
this city decided they were much more into Prince after he died and suddenly were much more aware of the fact that he was a big deal.
That could be.
Speaking as someone who grew up in the very white western suburbs, I had no points of reference for this artist as growing up, other than people saying Prince is from here. And I'm like, okay.
I know a lot of people have Prince stories, like having seen Prince around town, including my mom, who has a very, like, if you meet my mom, she will tell you the story, how she knows Prince. No, she met Prince.
Yeah.
Because she was a nurse, and Prince, before he was famous, dated another nurse that worked on her station. And so he came to pick up that nurse at work. And I guess the nurse was like, he's going to be famous someday and we're going to get married. And then, like, he got famous and then broke up.
I mean, after he recorded an album for her, I'm sure.
Yes, they definitely met
Cut an album.
recording an album.
I think Prince is great. No, Prince was such a big deal to me growing up in Atlanta. And I remember my sister. So yeah, okay. So Purple Rain must have come out before this, right? Came out before '89. So he was already pretty well known in mainstream. So I take back what I said some minutes ago, which is pretty good retraction rate for me.
Yeah, during the show. Yeah.
Yeah, during the show,
That's
it's pretty
great.
good. Pretty good. Totes regrets.
Yeah.
Already addressed.
Boom.
Moving on. But no, my sister went to go see the movie Purple Rain with her two best friends when they were in high school. And it was a really big deal that my mom let her go. And I remember thinking, why is this a big deal? Like, that seems like one of the simplest yeses you could have. But the movie was R-rated.
Yeah.
So I know it killed a lot of teenage dreams, but not my sister's.
Yeah.
Ah,
Aha.
Speaking of movies that are rated,
yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batman is rated. We don't know the rating. It can't-
PG-13.
PG.
Presumably PG-13.
I saw it on the thing.
Great.
Confirmed.
Checks out. Michael Keaton's in it.
Yes.
I like him still.
Great.
I love Michael
He was
Keaton.
awesome.
He's very charming
Yeah.
in a kind of kooky way.
Yeah, he definitely has a. I think, Dan, you nailed it in the first half. I think we probably talked about this when we watched Batman Returns too. Like, he definitely leans into lonely Bruce Wayne as his like the thing that he hangs his Bruce Wayne role on, whereas other interpretations were more like other emotions that are tragic usually.
Yeah.
He's got that big house.
Yes.
That long table scene
So
is
good.
still very entertaining.
Very good.
And they get out of there, and Alfred tells a horse story.
Alfred, I assume, tells
Sets the
the
table.
horse story.
Yes.
The long table.
Yeah.
There were nice.
You're
There were
welcome.
there were some discussions in the room as we were watching this movie that almost felt like a well-rehearsed routine between Bruce Wayne and his loyal butler, in
Seal
which
the deal.
he tells a charming story of Bruce's childhood that may be slightly embarrassing to humanize him
but
and humble
mostly
him.
how he's generous.
Yes.
And then also, she's thinking about horses.
Yes, which, as we all know, all ladies love horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, this is a comic book movie. That's
The lady man dynamic in this movie is really interesting.
what's one word for it? Yes.
And by interesting, I mean kind of frustrating. So he does a great job playing Bruce Wayne. There are moments, like there's one speech he has to make where he's supposed to be awkward that just is, I don't know, mostly I just kept thinking, just someone rewrite this part of the script. Like, it's not charming enough.
Yeah. Well, that was like the
and
most.
it started off with him like pushing her down and saying,
Yes.
just shut up so he could say something.
Yeah, listen, lady, I really like you, so shut up for a minute, which is like weird. I don't know. That whole scene seemed a little discordant with what he was trying to present otherwise.
Yeah.
It was the most Michael Keaton scene in the movie too, which is maybe part of the reason that it felt so off. You know what I mean? Like the way he was acting during that struggle to tell her that he's Batman
yeah.
was the most like what you'd consider Michael Keaton in the 80s acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. So he has that moment of, I guess, vulnerability where he's trying to get around to just explaining that he's Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't because there's a knock at the door and it's Joker and some other things ensue.
Don't you
But-
hate that when you're
yeah.
trying to like just open up to
Tell
your
your girl
girl
that you're a
and
masked
some
vigilante.
psychotic clown comes in?
Real bummer.
Ugh.
And then like later in the movie, there's this the second torturous scene. And in this one, Vicki Vale is doing all of the emotional heavy lifting and doing all of the conversation about the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to have, it almost felt like a word bag where they just pulled out a bunch of like phrases you might say if you were trying to talk to a romantic partner.
Yeah.
But it wasn't cohesive or make any sense. And the way it was directed, like she's facing away from him like a soap opera, but almost everything is like, I thought I felt something. Didn't we feel something? And all he has to do is be like, yes, sure, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to offer up anything of himself.
Yeah.
And then at the end, so at the beginning, they established Vicki Vale is a very accomplished photographer who has worked for the biggest names, including Vogue, in the world, and has come here specifically because she wants to get pictures of Batman and win a Pulitzer Prize.
Mm-hmm.
There are all kinds of digs at Vogue and at her work through the Joker. There's a moment where he's like scorns a Vogue magazine that gets pulled out from under his feet. There's the moment when he goes through Vicki Vale's portfolio and like,
I mean, that was more about establishing his character than disparaging her work.
I mean, it was, but taken as a whole, like I'm building a case here about how Vicki Vale's career is presented. So then at the end, you know, there's a moment where Jimmy is also creepy and sexually harassing her the entire time. But
Who's Jimmy?
Jimmy
Knox?
Olsen, Knox, the journalist.
Jimmy Olsen is a photographer in the Superman comics. This was Alfred or Albert Knox.
Yeah, but Lois Lane is Vicki Vale, right?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Oh, boy. Anyway, he's like, what about the Pulitzer Prize? Are you not covering this? And she's like, just gives a little smile and is like, oh, you cutie.
Take care of yourself. Or
Take
whatever
care of
she says.
yourself, and leaves. And she's leaving because she's going to get in a fancy car to go meet up with Bruce Wayne, who's going to be late. So what does this say about her career, her ambitions, her talents, that she gives up on all of it because she has a date with Bruce Wayne?
But do you think maybe like she
Playing the long game.
okay? Oh, maybe she's like, I'm gonna get a nude picture of her.
Yes,
You know what I
next to
mean?
the bat suit.
Put
Yeah.
the mask on. Just the mask.
And then she fucking hightails it out of there, calls up the paper of record. It's like, you're not going to believe what I got.
Get some bat dog.
Scoop of the century.
I'm just thinking maybe she thought she didn't know she was going to fall for Batman, and she's out to get a Pulitzer Prize somewhere else. We just don't see that.
Beth.
What?
Beth, do you hear yourself?
Yes.
How are you buying? How are you buying into this patriarchal view?
She's trying to make it feel better.
She's trying to make me feel better.
No, make the situation feel better.
I'm just saying, like, just because she's going on a date with Batman doesn't mean her career is over. The movie's not showing it, but I like to believe she goes on and she takes some like incredible photographs.
Yeah. I see.
And then Bruce Wayne has to be like, you know, you're the billionaire because she makes so much money from her photography. And now she's the head of the household, and Alfred becomes her best friend.
I love it.
And then they kick Bruce Wayne out of the house, and she becomes queen of Gotham.
Incredible.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that is what I like to believe the story is.
Canon established in Batman Returns is that they both were. I think they even made a joke about how they were both too focused on their work, and it didn't work out when he's being.
She keeps on trying to take pictures of him naked.
Maybe.
Maybe you're too focused on your work.
Yeah. Hey.
So what? I get what you're saying, Molly, and I support you 100%. But like at the point,
there it is.
At the point where she knows that her lover is Batman, what's her path back to focusing on her career?
Wait, what?
Are you saying Bruce is going to kill her if she doesn't play ball?
No, like is she still going to get a picture of Batman?
I mean, the point wasn't just a picture of Batman. She's like a photographer and has a career. And the way they present it in the movie is she's ditching all of that.
Okay. Maybe like a line to Knox be like, I got to go to date, but then also after that, I'm going to friggin'
even if she was like,
Sahara,
I'm not going to get a Pulitzer Prize in Gotham.
Yeah.
You know?
Forget it, Jimmy Olsen. It's Gotham Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean... You know, she does say, like, oh, I fell in love with you the moment I met you, which, like, the moment she met him he was like, over there.
Look at all my armor I got from around the world.
Yeah.
And then also she was making fun of him with Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But
That's
then
true.
they bang.
That's right.
And they bang.
Did they bang?
Did they
bang? Yes, they did.
It was
Yeah, they definitely
almost a little bit obscure. And then later she's like, and we slept together.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, that takes the fun out of that game.
Hey, Vicki is a liberated woman.
Yeah.
And like I said to Dan when we were talking about it during the movie, if you came to Gotham City, if you came from out of town, you had a chance to bag Bruce Wayne, you're not going to turn that down.
No. He is charming.
He is charming. Sort of. But he's also very troubled.
He's weird and his house is too big.
He doesn't know how to find his own socks without Alfred. I know he was exaggerating.
Yeah, Molly and I both were like, red flag.
Do not date this man.
He can't find his socks
Also,
without the help.
In his long table scene, which still was good, but he like the button on that scene.
The old puncher. Classic screenwriting term.
The puncher on the end of the scene is like, hey, actually, I don't think I've ever been in this room before.
Right.
Like his house is so big that there's rooms that he's gone into the first time, and he's like, what, 40 years old or something?
Because he's spending all that time in the Batcave.
Yeah.
Can we talk about one particular element of the Batcave?
Yes.
He's got monitors. He's got cool stuff. There are actual bats, and there is a cage with one bat in it.
It's real sad.
Here's my theory.
Okay.
Bruce Wayne comes back from fighting crimers.
Uh-huh.
He sees a bat on the ground.
Oh, no.
It's flopping around. It seems to have injured its wing. Perhaps it got caught in the Batcave door. Perhaps it just got into or whatever. Like, or just got into a scuffle.
Yeah.
Or it like got confused by the monitors and flew right into them or something.
Yeah.
So he's like, they're their little one. You can't join your family up on the ceiling of this cave, which I'm sure there's an actual term for. Don't at me, geologists.
Wait, ceiling of cave or group of bats?
Ceiling of cave. Both, actually. This probably is.
Stalagmite, stalactite. That's all I know.
Yep.
So he's like, I will put you in this little cage so that every time I come down or back up from the Batcave, I can say hello and give you a little treat.
Yes.
That's my theory.
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just a bummer like that one.
The one bat.
Or it's like it has to be kept away from the. It's in bat jail.
Or maybe.
Oh, maybe it's the Crimer bat.
Oh.
Is that bat on timeout?
It's like an example.
Yeah, maybe it's like anytime if a bat bites him, he's just like, all right, that's it. And they go in timeout.
Somebody's going to bat jail.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Bat jail.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is. Every movie has the Batcave.
Yes.
But it's weird, right? That he's like a super detective crime fighter.
Right.
But his like office is a giant cave.
Yeah.
Because he's Batman.
I get it, but also really?
Everyone has to stay on brand
That
in
is
this
true.
movie.
That is true.
He's in a cave. The Joker, everything is branded Joker.
Like-
It's purple and green. Like every single
Yeah.
detail of his after he falls into the vat of acid. His goons now have matching hats and like
so
starter
good.
jackets.
Matching cars.
Yeah, the cars.
Like the big question that I had was like, how much time passed between him falling into the vat of acid and taking over the crime organization? Because like a lot of that shit would take some time. You have to, have meetings, make orders, like get custom treatments on vehicles.
Yeah, Bob's his number one guy.
Number one guy.
Does that mean is Bob in charge of branding? Is Bob head of product?
Maybe.
I feel like his team is much bigger than what we see.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
Bob is like his number one, and then he's got the guy who only holds a boombox.
God, absolute.
It's his only job.
King.
What other guys?
What a
to
plum
check?
gig. If you're part of a criminal organization, can we talk
Yes.
about that? It's like, okay, so these guys are the soldiers. They're going to be the ones who will kill anyone who gets away and will probably be the first to get killed if we go to war. Bob, you're the guy running my warehouses, running my inventory. So if anybody catches wind of our operation, you're the one who's going to go down. Big guy. Take that boombox. Never let it out of your sight.
There's one scene where he walks in with the boombox. Oh, somebody said that maybe that there was some quiet music playing.
Yeah. Not to date the show, but it's warm out right now while we're recording this. And we had an air conditioner on, and it might have drowned out the music. in that
No,
scene.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
That's what
Yeah.
he's putting the moves on Vicki Vale.
Yeah.
And so he's probably played some sultry Prince.
Speaking of music that comes out of the boombox
Yes.
and Prince, there is, if you choose, which I do, an implication that Prince may just be part of his organization,
Yeah.
right? Like he's like, I need a hot song to go into the art museum with.
Yep. Party time.
Party man.
Party man.
Yeah.
And then
His parade song.
The parade song is like called Trust, and he's trying to get everybody to trust him.
And by everybody, we mean approximately 20 to 25 people have to keep running around and regrouping.
I mean, it seemed like the crowd grew after a while, but like that initial scene, it was just sort of like, it was just like 4 people posted up outside of a convenience store like, oh, hey, it's the Joker float. Didn't he say he was going to throw money out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of like branding, somebody had to make those floats.
Right?
Floats.
He's got a
That's
float
big.
guy. So he's
Yeah.
got Prince, float guy, stereo guy,
Balloon guy.
car guy.
It's
He's making masks.
wild.
He's making walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the masks.
He had to
match
get
the
somebody
walkie-talkies.
to make the acid that he carries inside the flower on his lapel.
Right.
Yeah, and he had to find like somebody had to make the flower so that when the acid
Could,
went
like,
through it,
hold
it
it,
didn't
yeah.
burn the flower.
Right.
And that it could projectile far enough to
Yeah.
dislodge a giant bell
Yeah.
from
Sweet
its
as hell.
encasement.
We
Yeah.
know he's got that chemical factory, Axis
Yes.
Chemicals.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a one scene where it's just like some random dude in a lab coat who's apparently working there for him.
Oh, yeah, just the one guy in there.
Apparently.
Mad scientist making the smiley juice or
Smilex.
whatever.
Oh, and he's got his own surgeon.
Oh yeah, that's
I think that's just a backyard.
I think that's just like crime or surgery.
backyard
Oh, it's just a
crime
regular
surgery.
generic.
That guy.
surgeon.
I could have sworn that he kills him after that,
Yeah,
but no.
me too.
No.
He smashes the mirror, DVDs, famous scene.
Famous
and then he just like smashes the lights out and like goes out cackling like a mad demon. And the surgeon is just standing there dejected in the dark.
Yeah.
Like I would have loved the camera to linger just a little longer. We're just like, all right, I guess you got to clean this up.
They get a new light bulb now.
that poor guy, like, I think is actually a legitimate surgeon because he does have a sign outside of his place that says surgery. And
Yeah.
then he's like, you have to understand the nerves were not there because he
Right.
has this like permanent, the Joker ends up with this permanent smile. And he's like, I did the best that I can. I went to med school for this. I was top of my class.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all these other people with their successful plastic surgery clinics.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm just working with these 4 tools.
Yeah.
And some dirty,
Just some maybe like just significant budget cuts. And
yeah, it is like you kind of expect Joker's face to get infected, right? With the dirty tools.
No, he's a good surgeon. That's the thing. It's just that like
he had some rubbing alcohol you just couldn't see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah, like to his credit, like he must be a decent surgeon because like there were some pretty clean lines. Like it's not a natural face or face shape, but it's pretty clean lines around his mouth.
I could never really understand what was his like after he falls in the acid. Like what is his actual face look like? Because he's putting on like a flesh toned makeup.
Yes.
So is his skin white naturally now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and are his lips that red, or he's always putting on a little bit of lipstick just to kind of?
I think he's juicing that a little bit.
Okay.
His hair's naturally green.
Yes.
And his hair's naturally green.
Yeah.
I thought all of the natural looking stuff was stuff he put on to cover
his,
which makes it ironic when he says, I've took off my makeup.
Yes.
Because he had applied makeup.
Yeah, let's give credit to the makeup artists of this movie because they did a great job of like, when they put on the flesh tones on Jack Nicholson, they did a great job of putting on like just enough of too much, right, to make it look like almost worse than his Joker face.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Having never seen this movie, I didn't realize that he had that like face, like his face looked like that. I just knew about the makeup.
Yeah.
It's like very disturbing to look at.
Disturbing.
But my favorite part is when he tries to take a drink of water or wine or something like that, and they clearly cut like mid-drink because it would look like, ridiculous.
Well, because it was just all clearly going to spill out. Like, there's no way it wouldn't just go like...
He's got like kind of almost like a duck bill going on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They probably tried one shot. Like, just try it, Jack, and then like just immediately...
Blah, blah, blah.
I feel like Jack Nicholson must have been on top of the world doing this
What
role.
a fun time, right?
Because he didn't have to do anything even remotely serious.
No.
Like, I guess before he goes through the transformation. But even then, he's acting beside Jack Palance. So, I mean, go big or go home.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Jack Palance?
Yeah, so dreamy.
He was in this movie less than I was expecting, but man, he chewed up that scenery. Oh my God. It was amazing.
Number one guy.
Number one
I get it.
guy.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. Just
I feel like he was sort of half auditioning for Batman.
Jack Palance?
Jack Palance?
Sure.
Yeah, he's like, sure, I'm playing the bad guy, but it's only because I'm older. Check out this voice. You know, it's kind of whispery and...
I just sort of assume that's his voice, right? I don't know.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you compare his performance to a lot of the performances of Batman...
Yeah. He could do it.
There's some overlap.
Yeah. He could be old man.
He could be Batman's dad. Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
In an alternate dimension, Batman's dad, in fact, became the Batman. And was a supervillain. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe he could do that if he weren't dead for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
I like the line that this Joker plays, Jack Nicholson plays, where it's like, it is still pretty goofy.
Yes.
But also very menacing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
creepy.
like that unhinged. I mean, it's what the Joker is, right?
Right.
It's like a goofball, but like a psychotic killer goofball.
Who brings his own props.
Yes. Boy, does he bring his own
Boy, does
props.
he. We see them come out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a kid, when he got punched in the mouth and then drops like chattering teeth.
Yeah.
I just accepted it full stop as a kid. I was like, oh yeah, he's a Joker. He's got chattering teeth.
Yeah, me too.
But it's like, he had to... Did he have those in already?
Like,
or did he have them
no,
palmed?
it was close-up magic.
They're covered in blood, so either he's using his own face blood,
Right.
or he just also had like a squib in his hand.
Yeah.
Quick, like squeezes it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he still has his normal teeth after that.
Yeah.
But he throws out...
Yeah. And
It's
then
wild.
Then he pulls glasses out of nowhere. It's like, oh, he wouldn't hit a guy with glasses. That means he had those all night.
Yep.
Just in case.
Just for that joke.
Just for that joke. If someone came to punch him. That's the thing. He didn't even know for sure Batman was going to get to a position where he would even be able to punch him because he was hoping that his long gun apparently would take out his entire jet with one shot.
He's got to have a prank guy.
I mean,
like a prop guy.
Well, he had that fucking gangster incinerator joy buzzer. Like,
oh yeah, that was
so.
intense.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, like there must have been a guy next to the surgeon that was just like fatal gags or something because he got some of that stuff so quickly.
Yeah.
And then, like, what about the people flying that helicopter? Like, did they just fly off?
I guess.
Oh, I should explain. At the very end, there's a scene with a bell tower, and the Joker tries to get away with a helicopter.
A branded helicopter.
A branded. How does he get this money? I guess he stole it.
Yeah, he has the entire
From a
criminal
bank?
empire.
Yeah.
Whoa. There's like a throwaway line that suggests that like he controls all of Jack Palance's business interests.
Right.
So I guess you're supposed to accept that that's where he gets the money, and also maybe where he gets most of the shit, and then he just like tells him to paint the Joker symbol on it. I don't know. Jack, I just got a new investment on a helicopter factory.
But I had completely forgotten about the whole art angle.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, beauty and,
That was a very unique interpretation of the character, actually. Yeah, that he was like considered himself an artist of, what do you call himself? I'm the first functioning homicidal artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's an artist because he's got that big dumb hat on.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Speaking of hats,
Ooh,
there's
baby.
so many hats.
Incredible hat game.
Everybody's got a fedora.
Yeah.
Again, it's like the 50s, but also it's 1989.
Yeah, it's great.
Tell by the size of the jackets.
Everybody's got
Yeah.
a big jacket.
And I always thought that Gotham was supposed to be like New York, but when Alfred comes to pick up Vicki Vale at the end,
Yeah.
he's driving a car that has a steering wheel on the right side of the car. Do you think he just has an import?
I
Yeah.
think so. I
Okay.
think
He's just so British.
Okay.
yeah, I think he like insisted, like, Master Wayne, if you could, I really don't want to learn how to drive an American car.
Okay. All right. Sorry
And
to
we
derail
learned,
us, but
no, I mean, we learned in the movie that Bruce Wayne will like just, if someone asks for something, he'll just do it. Because Knox jokingly was like, "Oh, can you give me a grant?" And then he said, "Alfred, get Knox a grant,"
Yeah.
and he meant it.
yeah.
Because that dude is not capable of jokes because he's sad.
Yeah. Alfred, every time Alfred is the only,
Human being.
he's the only person who in the house. It's just giant house, Bruce Wayne, Alfred.
Yeah.
Sometimes karate laundry.
Yeah.
But like Alfred is doing everything. Like he's got his normal butler duties, right?
Yeah.
He's also, I
Do you know
mean,
how long it took him to clean that dining room?
right?
I
He's
mean, at
gotta
least the
clean
candles
house.
weren't lit. So
He's
that was-
making
That's true.
meals.
yeah.
He's doing all the normal downstairs people type
Right.
of thing.
Driving.
Yeah. And then he is like an ace researcher.
Yeah. He's
Yes.
doing investigation.
He's doing investigation. He's managing Bruce Wayne's love life.
Yeah.
and schedule.
And schedule.
Like, imagine if Lady Mary told Carson, like, "Oh, go down to the constabulary and find all the information you can on this criminal mastermind who's stealing the pigs."
Yeah. He would be all a titter at that.
Oh, he'd harumph his way down to town.
Yeah. It's just like a,
Do you think, here's my theory, do you think when he's out being Batman, he has a cleaning service come by and just doesn't tell him?
I hope so.
I do too.
I mean, maybe he's hiring people out, but you never see him.
No.
Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's one of the roles. Like, you can hire out, you can subcontract, but I never want to see
I
them,
never
Alfred.
want to see them.
Keep up
They are
the
beneath
charade.
me.
Just us in this lonely house.
Yes, this sad, lonely crypt to my
I prefer
parents.
to spend time in a cryptier crypt.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
Batcave.
He's a broken man,
He's a broken man.
that Bruce Wayne. Check out The Batman.
The Batman.
3 hours of the saddest Batman in the history of film.
Yep.
It's kind of cool, actually.
It's pretty good. And the Riddler does a great job.
I was curious. Now that we've seen the 4
Yes.
Batmans from this kind
Have
of
we?
period of time.
Yep.
Yep.
We've now
The Batmans of our
completed.
youth.
The Batmans of our youth.
Which one is your favorite?
Ooh.
Maybe this is a spoiler for the end, but
This one.
yeah, me too. Although,
And if I could have just this one, the entire Prince album, and then just the laundry karate scene from
Yeah.
Batman and Robin,
Yeah.
or
Forever.
Batman Forever.
and then like every time Mr. Freeze says
I
a
was gonna
like
say
a kill
Mr.
line,
Freeze puns.
Sure.
then
Sounds like what you are looking for is a little something called YouTube. Maybe you can find it all.
Best of Batman,
Yeah.
Volume 1.
I guess this one is probably the best, like, actual movie.
Yeah.
But the second one is, like, such a bananas, like, gothic cartoon factory of Tim Burton's head that I do kind of love it just for its existence.
Yeah.
That one was Catwoman, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And the penguin.
Oh, okay.
But this one is probably like the most like functional as a movie. Like,
Yeah. I was realizing this was a staple of our house. Just like every little line. Joker's got so many good
So many
lines
lines.
that sort of never make sense.
but he finds him so
But he
funny.
like sells it. Jack Nicholson sells it like
Sitting next to Dan watching this movie was a delight because every now and then he'd just mutter the words in the exact cadence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty spectacular.
I did enjoy that they kind of justified that at that point where he says like the devil dance thing where he's just like, I just like the sound of it. It's like, oh, that's your thing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you just like to hear yourself talk. So you just
Right.
say all these like weird sayings that
Yeah.
aren't actually sayings.
Yeah, like I'm sure my brother and I were shouting, "This town needs an enema" at each other, just like for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't seen this movie in probably since college. And I had forgotten what a hoot Nicholson is in this movie.
Yeah.
Like he really goes for it in a very engrossing way.
Yep.
Where he is like a complete goofball, but like he still sells I'm also a psychotic gangster.
Yeah, and I guess like the core threat. I feel like there's always these movies always got the danger, like the core danger of the movie, right? Is the chemicals that make everybody have a smile and die.
Yeah.
Pretty creepy.
Agreed.
Very creepy.
Yeah, and like kind of insidious in the like consumerism model of like, oh, I can't buy our shit and you can't trace it because everything's a weird chemical. And
I thought it was clever that it was like, oh, it's not specifically one product. It's when you combine certain products. So there's no way to trace it by just one. You can't just do like a recall.
yeah.
A Totes recall.
Whoa!
Wow. And then there's like, I don't know if it's supposed to be played for laughs or not, but you see newscasters that look like
Real
shit.
rough.
It is supposed
Real
to be
rough.
played for laughs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Definitely. It's
Okay.
like one of the laughier parts of the movie.
That the one newscaster's got big pimples and the other one's skin just looks
Yeah.
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, they
Supposed
look
to-
Okay.
like they were sick.
The joke
Really bad.
is the artifice of
We all look terrible all the
media.
time.
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh, it's almost like the twisted Joker's revealed some inner truth about
Yeah. Joker showing us something about people's inner being.
Yes. But yeah, it was fun. I liked his he just had like a very fun energy of just like, I'm gonna kill somebody and then I'm gonna say something that makes no sense. But I find it so funny.
Yeah.
And he, I don't know, he really leaned into it. Here's a fun fact I just learned recently. Apparently, when they were filming this movie, Jack Nicholson told Michael Keaton, he said something along the lines of like, if this does well, you can do like 3 or 4 flops after this and you'll be fine. Like that was like his career advice to Michael Keaton. Like if this takes off, you could do like 3 or 4 stinkers in a row and your career will be fine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then he did another Batman.
Yeah.
Did we figure this out? He did another Batman and then didn't want to do a third Batman and then got blackballed?
I think that is maybe true.
Oh.
Yeah, Warner Brothers wasn't great.
But now he's in the old character actor renaissance that we love to see. We've got our Keanu-sance. We've got our Keaton-sance. We've got our Brendan Fraser is back. Hashtag.
Denise Richards.
Denise
soon.
Richards soon, of course.
Soon as that TikTok
Once our
campaign
Once our
gets
TikTok
going.
blows up, check out Totes Recall. It's just Totes Recall? Shit.
It is
I
just
mean,
Totes
We're
Recall.
on TikTok. I made an account. I'm very good at TikTok.
There are
If you-
TikToks.
At Totes Recall.
Only follow Totes Recall.
Yes.
You will get exclusively content about tote bags
Yep.
and product recalls.
Amazing.
That's a heads up to all of you.
Oh,
Don't
are
make
we
the mistake
rebranding?
I did.
We're rebranding.
Yeah, it's not a great feed. I am in the same boat.
Wait, what did you do?
Just follow Totes Recall.
And then when you go to like your For You
Oh, yeah.
feed, it's all, as Molly said, tote bags
Took
and
me a
product
while. At
recalls.
first, I was like, wow, these are a lot of purses. That's a lot of purse content. That's a lot of diaper recall content. Oh.
Wow, that's amazing.
Really-
Well, we're providing a service on accident on TikTok.
yeah,
Yep.
you're welcome. Bags
welcome.
and dangerous products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, is there Joker smile chemicals?
Yeah. Recall.
I give the viewer of this movie the opportunity / challenge to make as many puns as you can during it.
Yes.
It's a really perfect movie for that.
Yeah. Was it the bell tower that started you off?
Oh, that was great.
I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting bell. Is that a thing? No, starting gun.
Starting gun.
You could ring a bell.
You could ring a bell.
Ring a bell to start.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's dinner time. Ring that bell.
Oh, there we go.
Molly kind of like fell into a pretty decent wordplay about the church bell, I think, or something, and then just like kept going, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
Like to the point where you even like you like revamped one after you came up with a better one 2 seconds later.
I did. I had done crime, ring a bell.
This was after he acid sprayed the bell
Does
and
that
made it
ring a
fall
bell?
down.
Does that ring a bell?
Which was
And then
solid. We were all delighted.
I revised it to gravity.
Even better.
Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And then there was
very
something
good.
about a toll house
Yeah.
Yeah.
that I didn't follow.
Something about the tolling
For
of.
whom the Toll House the Toll House cookie crumbles.
That's the way the
yes.
Toll
Full
House cookie crumbles.
which was sort of like more of like a A to C kind of
Yeah.
jump.
But you
Anyway,
know what? I got it.
It was a
so
great
good.
time. We highly recommend, I
was
guess,
saying
watching
Joker
the
lines.
movie.
Molly was making bell puns.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to ask yourself, would it be fun to watch one of these movies with us in a living room and not when we're trying to perform for you in a live show?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe.
This
I
is
don't
what you
know.
have to look forward to.
It's a lot of muttering to ourselves.
A lot of money ourselves and me like cackling at things that are sometimes funny and
Yeah.
other times just funny to me.
Yeah. And then staring at the cat and hoping it doesn't get squashed by the rocking chair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was playing with fire over there.
Huge cat
Living on the
update though.
edge.
The cat was in a box and then came out of the box. It was thrilling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good cat content.
Great cat.
That you'll never see.
Well,
Happy anniversary.
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to
Thank you,
us.
cats.
Hey, thank you, cat.
We're coming out of the box for our anniversary.
I have quick facts.
Please.
Great. Do some
Really?
quick facts.
Okay.
Are
great.
they from a place?
Oh, yeah. They're from Wikipedia.
Ooh, Wikipedia. Oh,
Wikipedia. She decided to find some facts for everyone.
Molly went to the
here.
website Wikipedia.
Learn
Madness. What she typed into the search
researcher,
field.
I guess, because she looks at the internet.
Are you just barking at the end?
Yeah, I'm like the Rough Riders over here.
Oh,
Nice.
got it. Got it. Paw Patrol.
About two Kims.
Different song.
Basinger.
Oh, nice.
DMX.
Yeah, it is. Great song.
Yeah, great. Great work. Oh, by the way, this did not pass the Bechdel
Yeah,
wall.
3
That's
kids.
not
Oh,
on
no.
Oh,
Wikipedia,
man.
but,
We were
like,
so close at one point.
We didn't, and Alfred didn't even talk to the commissioner. It was just a bust.
Oh, right. Alfred Commissioner test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was really its last chance to pass, so that's kind of a bummer. So quick note on music.
Please.
Originally, they wanted John Williams,
Thick Williams?
to do the score,
Wow.
but he was busy on Indiana Jones.
Oh.
And so Danny Elfman was the second choice, but he's made the iconic theme for all the Batmans
Yeah.
ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he do Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember what their relationship
Yep.
was.
And we should say Beetlejuice came out the year before. It's also a Tim Burton movie starring Michael Keaton.
Yes, which I guess is how they met.
Yeah,
Yes.
it must be.
Kim Basinger
Yes.
did purchase
Okay, here we go.
Braselton, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, some family members recommended it. It's some 1,691 acres
Okay.
for $20 million, with the idea of establishing it as a tourist attraction with movie studios and a film festival. But
Sundance?
no, I know, right? It's a real missed opportunity.
Ooh, it's Kimberly Basin coming here.
Let me give us some advice. You got to ride 2 horses into Basil, Frazzle, Georgia.
Let me cut you an album in my recording studio.
You know she likes horses because of the horse story.
Yeah.
Who lives there? I don't understand how this works.
Well, I mean, people live there, but like the majority of it, I guess, was for sale.
So what does she own?
Well, she doesn't own any of it anymore. She
What
She sells
sold
it
it
to
off. What?
Did she own? She like bought. How do you buy a town? I
Yeah.
don't understand. Do you buy like do you?
No, you buy the majority of the town, I guess. She
But what
was
does that
born
mean?
Like
in-
is it the land or the buildings
Or
or
is it like a
didn't-
legal thing where you own the
Like
City
the deed
council?
to the
Like, can you
town?
evict people out of a town that you own?
I don't think you can do that, but I think you can buy a lot of land such that
Okay.
you're basically buying the town.
I'm losing my mind here. Tweet at us. People understand property laws.
Too much. Just
Yeah.
too much money.
But what I didn't realize is that she was born in Athens, Georgia, and went to my alma mater,
Wow.
University of Georgia.
Wow.
Before she moved to New York and became a very successful model, but hated modeling.
Interesting.
Yeah, apparently she's making like $1,000 a day.
Modeling?
Ooh.
Yeah, which is great, especially in old timey money.
Yeah.
Not that old timey.
Older timer.
Older timey.
Yeah.
But she just, I don't know.
So
I
at what point in her career did she buy the town?
After Batman.
So she got Batman money. It's like, you know what I'm going to do with this check?
Buy a town.
Not the town I'm from. It's too big.
Yeah. Buy a tiny town.
Nearby, I assume.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Huh.
But all during the movie, we were trying to figure out if there was a cameo by the mayor, Ed Koch.
Right. Mayor
was like-
Borg was the name
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
So many of you might remember that he was the mayor of New York of the late 70s through the 80s, varying levels of success. Anyway, it was not him in the movie.
Okay.
It was actor Lee Wallace.
Sure.
But who very intentionally has more than a passing resemblance, and it was meant to be a dig at Mayor Koch.
Okay.
Wow, wow.
Haha,
We
take
got
that.
him, Kachi.
Is that actor?
We got him.
We got him. I was going to ask if that actor was related to Bold Wallace.
Oh, entirely.
Okay, good.
Entirely.
All right.
Sure of
I'm
it.
glad to know that.
So, because his Ed Koch impersonation career didn't take off, his cousin or brother or whatever had to sell teas and tanks out of the trunk of his
Yep.
Trans Am. Got it.
That's exactly
Yep.
what
Do
happened.
Trans Ams have trunks? I don't know cars.
I think it's a hatchback.
Okay.
Is a hatchback not a, I guess it's not a trunk?
I mean, it's
Trunk have to be separated from the seats?
I don't know.
Is this car? Are we click and clack now? Is this car talk? That's our demographic, right? Car talk fans?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe one. Jake.
Two Jakes. Maybe.
Whoa!
Oh, love those Tappet brothers.
Okay, so now I guess I'm gonna go home and just research buying a town because I'm still like
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
in the weeds on this.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Blowing my mind.
I'm sure there's a lot of think pieces now after the Schitt's Creek.
Oh, probably.
Life hack by a town. Before we get to our final reviews of the movie, we like to engage with our fans on Discord. We ask for Q's and C's on the night of the movie. We watch about the movie. I also, not only Batman, I asked if there's any Q's and C's about us turning 8 years old.
Oh, nice. Patreon.com/ShowThreeCall.
.com.
No.
And because there's so many and it's nearing the witching hour,
Thank you, patrons.
the batting hour.
No, come
Oh,
on.
come on. Be serious.
8 years.
We're going to do lightning round.
Yes.
Great.
Here we go. Cards on. Asks, given the performance involved, should this movie have been titled The Joker?
Probably.
Oh.
No, that's a different movie. They made
Oh, it
later.
is. Ugh.
But no, I think
Hit me up
Michael
on Discord
Keaton,
if you want my review of that movie.
Oh.
boy. No, I was
Bonus
gonna say I think
content.
Michael Keaton and the Batman storyline are very strong.
Yes. I think he's in this one more than the second one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And I feel like the Joker is a nice counterpoint. It's also nice that there's just one villain. Kind of focus on that.
Right,
But,
nice.
yeah.
Great. Lightning round.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Lady Grimm asked, are you sure this is the one you haven't watched?
Great
Super.
question.
No response.
No comment.
No comment?
No comment.
No comment. No comment.
Samai says, I've heard that Tim Burton was really constrained by the studio and couldn't go full Burton. Was that a good choice?
I mean,
Yeah.
depends how you feel about the second one.
Probably. I mean, this is better than the second one.
Sure.
But
There's no puppet penguins, though.
that's my opinion.
Oh, I forgot about the puppet penguins. They're all those giant balloon guys.
That's true. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick shout out to the thing in the front of the bat plane that seems designed just to grab a bunch of balloons.
It's so wildly
So good.
specific. Yeah. My last name's Palindrome asks, would you ever want to go visit Gotham City? What would be your first stop?
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes,
Definitely
and
the
Crime Alley. I'd love to
alley.
get
Oh,
murdered
baby.
just immediately.
Just to leave a couple sad roses.
I would maybe go to that but early afternoon where there's just like happy hour. Like maybe go to that club that Ewan McGregor owned before he would come in all coked up and kill people. That seemed kind of cool.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, because you stop watching the movie after what's his name starting to rip someone's face off.
Yes, I did do that.
Wait, Ewan McGregor was in one of these old
Black
ones?
Mask. No, he's in a newer one.
Oh, newer one. Wow.
Oh, the Batman?
The Birds of Prey.
Oh, Birds of Prey. I watched Birds of Prey.
If
Yeah,
I
it was a little too
were
violent at the top.
for real going to Gotham, I would for real check out that museum.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Quite
Yeah.
a collection.
Yeah, now it has
With
another
no
artist on top of it.
Particular order of the pieces. It was just a real collage.
Yeah.
Different time periods, different artists, different
there
locations.
weren't sections.
There weren't sections, and I'm just interested to see how it's organized.
Agreed. I'd also go to I'd at least want to take a tour of the Schumacher version where there's just like giant buff men at the most random places in the architecture.
Yeah.
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 Like a bus
Architectural
or
tour
something. Yeah.
down the river.
Yeah.
I would do that. I took one of those in Chicago.
Nice.
It was great.
Great.
So fun.
Honestly.
And if
It
you're
is
in
great.
Gotham, there's a chance that like the Batman will fly right over you.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, because then you think some shit's crazy going to go
Yeah.
down. That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe the Joker's taking control of the ferry you're on.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, damn it. He
I'm
did
not
do that.
stopping at any banks or jewelry
No.
stores. I'll tell you
No,
that.
no. Crypto only in Gotham City.
Yeah. Although maybe Gotham's fine, right? This is just in the same way that no one goes, everyone's afraid of Minneapolis. No one goes there because of too much crime.
Yeah.
When it's fine. That's like, this is the media telling us that Gotham
Oh, I
is
see.
crime ridden.
Oh, it's a war zone.
So you're saying like everything that we just watched was only in like a 2-block radius?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
it's
that's
like
kind of
the
true.
Crime Watcher version. What is
Yeah.
that website that's like Crime Alert?
Into
Yeah.
as Crime Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Run by some
clown
lady in
man
the suburbs.
spotted.
Yeah. No one goes to.
What?
What?
Doesn't matter. Nothing. Everything's fine.
Lightning round.
Lightning round. Zarquan asks, given that at the time this movie came out, comic books were generally considered for kids,
Yeah.
and the last Batman and Joker anyone had ever seen on screen were Adam West and Cesar Romero,
Hell yeah.
would you have taken your 8-year-old podcast to see it, and would you have regretted it? I think I saw this in theaters, in which case I would have been 6 years old.
Wow.
I definitely saw the second one in theaters.
I saw this in theaters because the power went out.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if it was in Maine, the state of Maine, where I summered as a youth.
Oh my God.
I wonder if it was like a replay. If not, then I was 6 years old. So I guess, hell yeah, I'll take my 8-year-old.
Is this? I can't remember if I've probably talked about it on one of the episodes, but one of the Batman movies, my dad took my brother and my brother started crying immediately, and so I was so mad because we had to leave.
Yeah.
I was so mad. That must be the second one. I don't know.
mean,
When would
maybe.
what year did that come out? Do you know?
Probably a couple years later.
Yeah, 92.
92.
92.
Definitely
No.
summer 92.
He would have been older than
Dates?
that. That was the year
Hot
he was
dates?
born.
It's hot dates.
Update.
Nice.
Yeah, it must have been maybe the third or fourth one then.
Okay. Lightning round.
Great, lightning round.
Oh,
Totes
Molly,
at
would you
number
take
5.
an 8-year-old to this movie?
I mean, the standards the way they were. I mean, I think I went to go see 10, starring Bo Derek and that guy Dudley Moore,
Yeah.
like multiple times as a child. So my parents was if I would take me.
The question that was
podcast.
asked, what if you would take an 8-year-old podcast to this movie?
Yeah,
An 8-year-old podcast?
yeah.
I mean, interpret that how you will. It's LOL jokes.
Oh,
I just feel like we should get the perspective of people that actually have children at this table.
I see what you're saying. No, there's no way.
Okay. Very good.
Totes at number 5 asks, 8-year-old is a transitional period for kids, often with a lot of big emotions. What are your favorite big emotional moments from 8 years of podcasting as 35-year-olds? Big
Wait,
question.
like within the podcast, big emotions?
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
I think one of the biggest emotional moments for me is when everybody turned on me and yelled at me for an entire episode because I don't like manned space travel.
that was real good. Yeah.
We were at Molly's house recording under a sheet tent
Yep.
that we
Oh,
already
yeah,
rigged
I
up
remember the sheet
in
test.
her apartment
that's
living room.
right.
Yep.
And I said, who really cares? And then everybody screamed at me for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think if you check the tapes, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
We were screaming at you the whole time.
That was probably our most contentious episode.
Yeah. Like episode, sure.
Yeah.
Moments, probably not. I remember when we had our sexual awakening during the Wizard of Oz, like as a podcast. And I'm pretty sure, maybe not anymore, but definitely at the time it was our horniest episode to date.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's what we really came into our own. I mean, the African Queen was the first Did They Bang? But then we're just wondering.
We just started to learn about sex. Like we understood that it was a thing out there.
Tin Man.
Baby.
Oh, that Tin Man.
Wow.
Strap a funnel to my head.
Hey,
What does that mean?
Oh, give me that oil can. Glug, glug.
Oh, boy. No.
Yeah, glug, glug.
See, that's a repulsive moments.
Ooh,
Such as
there we go.
glug,
There
glug.
we go. There we go. That's maybe my most, that's probably my wildest emotional swing is when you first started doing the yum yum thing and I was legitimately kind of furious about it.
Yeah, I was with you. It bothers me.
It's
as well.
very unsettling. I don't know why.
It's just wrong. It's like a grown man drinking a glass of milk. It's the audio version of that.
And that is how I feel attacked. As an adult drinking milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the
I
most
wish-
offensive I felt in that episode.
Sure,
Psycho.
I wish I could remember what got me going one time, but I think one time I legit laughed in the background for like 5 minutes or something, and y'all kept going. It was
Sure.
legit.
Oh,
It was great.
It was a Joe Dante thing, I think.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Sweet Joe Dante.
Oh, sweet Joe Dante. Yeah,
I love-
there have been a lot of big laughs.
Oh.
A lot of laughs.
Well, it's all over.
What?
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 Are you not telling us something?
It's fine.
Are we getting divorced?
No. My last name's a palindrome. Last question. Did you get a dessert pizza?
Oh.
Sort of.
Yes.
We had slices.
There you go.
A circular,
Pie cut.
yes, a pie cut circle was had.
Of ice cream cake.
Yes.
The dessert pizza of
Champions.
champions.
I mean, they were the ones that had the dessert pizza. I don't think they did. I think they discontinued it.
Oh, that's right. We had a dessert pizza one time.
We did?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
And where did it come from?
I think it was from
GQ?
ice cream store. Molly.
Sorry.
Yeah. We did have that.
This time we didn't.
No, we
had
just
an
had
ice
a
cream cake. It was
conventional
delightful.
ice cream cake.
We also had some other ice cream because Molly
Side
got
of ice cream.
excited.
I
We had
did.
ice cream cake a la mode.
They're
Yes.
offering Dream Creamery ice cream, which is only available.
Molly,
Okay.
careful.
Ice cream company.
Available at Pizza Company.
We have to check into everybody's how union strong they all are before.
Yeah,
we can
right,
mention it.
right.
Well,
That was all the questions?
yeah.
I thought there were like 1,000.
I don't know. That's all I had.
Oh.
More than, there looked like a lot, but we went through them. Well, usually when
Behind the curtain? Quick, behind
the curtain, I looked ahead and I saw a lot of questions on the Discord. And so I said, we should try to go through them quicker than usual, because usually what happens is we spend like 10 minutes on a question.
Yep.
And so if you do like 10 times
I
10,
see.
that's like a whole nother podcast.
So we were manipulated.
You're like
What?
the Joker of this
You're the
podcast.
Joker of this podcast.
Or the Riddler.
Joker?
Riddler more.
Maybe more the
manipulative.
Riddler.
I don't even know what that
Really,
means.
you're more like the Mad Hatter.
I mean, in truth,
Okay.
she is the Alfred.
That's true.
That's
That is
true.
She
actually
makes
true.
it all happen.
Okay. Beth is the Alfred.
No, this is fun.
Dan is. I don't know. I guess you've got. I mean, you're the only one who's wearing a tank, so like that probably makes you Bane. Showing out those guns.
Or Robin. Doesn't Robin
Robin?
kind of a tank
Oh yeah,
kinda
Robin.
sitch?
Robin flashes a gun.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And you are the
Right,
most
laundry.
likely to do karate laundry, I think, of
Yeah,
the four
that's
of
that
us.
is true.
So
That
yeah,
is
you're
true.
Robin.
Okay, I'll be Robin.
100%.
Molly is. I don't know.
Molly is like Barbara Gordon. Was she the Oracle? She's always looking up shit.
Oh, I mean, if we're going full continuity, not just the movies, yes. You are Barbara Gordon after being brutally paralyzed by the Joker in the 80s.
My God.
Yep.
She then pulled herself back and became the Oracle, who was Batman's super cool info hacker person, who then also apparently learned how to like fight from her wheelchair, which I think looked really cool.
Cool.
Anyway, or if you want to stick to the movies, that means you're Alicia Silverstone.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
You'll take it?
Sure, I'll take
I was
it.
going to say maybe you're the Batman because you're like, you know, a strong force in the podcast and also can vacillate wildly between different personalities depending on the situation.
That's fair. That's fair. Also, I like belts, so
Huh?
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
I
about you, Dan?
am Poison Ivy because I'm very sexy and love to hear myself talk.
Yes.
All right, check it
Great.
out.
Yes,
Checks
does that
out.
check out? You mean you all just looked at me? I was expecting someone else to take the reins on me.
sure.
Oh, no.
That's fine. I'll take it.
I can't think of any characters.
All I can think about is Condiment King.
Oh, I would absolutely take Condiment King, but he's not in the movie. Non-canonical.
Oh, it's got to be a movie one?
Yeah,
Man, I'm free.
He's in the Lego Batman,
that's true.
which is my favorite Batman.
That's true.
Sorry, everyone who likes the real ones.
It's fine. It was pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
I just like when he heats up his lobster in a microwave. It really makes me laugh.
Yeah, I like when he's wearing a robe but still wearing the dumb Batman hat.
Yeah, it's good.
I haven't seen it, but these all sound
It's
fun.
delightful.
It's funny because it's the story of it is basically like a sanitized version of like an actual interpretation of his relationship with the Joker.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like buddies?
It's sort of like
They're frenemies.
yeah,
Frenemies.
and like the Joker is sort of like the spurned lover, except like it's more that he just doesn't. Batman doesn't respect their relationship as much as he does,
Yeah.
which is sort of kind of an interpretation of the relationship in the first place, where it's sort of a twisted form of affection the Joker has for Batman.
Oh, like when people pull your hair to tell you they like you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so, except
Yeah.
on a like citywide scale.
Great.
Yeah. Anyway, like and subscribe.
Smash that butt.
Smash that button. I'm gonna. I don't know. What time is it?
Yeah, like button.
It's not quite midnight, but it's very hot in here, which I think makes
okay.
it expedite
like
itself.
slightly overheating.
Yeah.
So
Let's get to it.
Thank you for the Q's and C's.
yeah, thank you so much.
So fun. And I just
Beth,
know
cut out all that
the-
bullshit I just said about Lego Batman. Who cares?
Batman is the comedy we create together.
Oh.
What?
Batman is the comedy and entertainment and art we create together.
I thought Molly was Batman.
Oh, she's Barbara Gordon.
Oh, okay. You could say the podcast is its own character.
Yeah.
I'm a Gryffindor.
The real Batman was the friends
Yes.
We made.
along the way.
the podcast. 8 years.
Guys, we're losing
We're
them.
fine,
We're
it's fine,
losing
it's
them.
fine.
Come on, get the
Okay,
ratings.
the rating scale, as we all know, is
Chris.
billionaires are terrible lovers. Some are tanks.
Of course.
Yep.
Should we quickly address whether or not we think Bruce Wayne is a good lover or not in this movie?
I
We
think-
don't see much hotness. One good kiss.
I mean,
Compared to Val Kilmer's
she
terrible kiss.
is
Yeah.
down with him, though. Like,
Yeah.
she is down bad with Bruce Wayne the rest of the movie. So maybe something felt pretty
she's
good.
like, "Are we in love?"
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
So
He's got to be at least decent.
He's packing something in that utility belt.
Wow. But also, like, as a long-term lover, no,
Boner-ring.
terrible.
Is that something?
Boner ring, absolutely.
Dan, you go first, as we all know.
Yes, because I am great.
Yeah. The worst. I wrote it down.
Oh, well.
You gave it 4. You think it would rule, but maybe it'd be of its time and maybe corny.
I think that those things could be true, but I also really enjoyed watching it. So I will stick with my 4. Summer Tanks.
Summer tanks.
Great.
Which means I am pulling
Did
it
you
out
get
from
out
the
of the cart?
cart.
That's
I
right.
pull it out of the cart.
Did you get a deal?
You know what? I just respect him too much.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
they're high quality tanks, and I know he's really trying to make something of his life.
Yep.
After, what did we decide his relationship was? I already forgot.
With his brother cousin?
Yeah. Who was his brother cousin? I already
The
forgot.
mayor of Gotham.
Yeah.
the actor
Oh.
who plays the mayor.
There we go. All right. Yeah. So, I want him to make money and just hope that Batman doesn't come down and break his legs for selling bootleg machines.
Sure. Yeah, he's got some GIFs, JPEGs he pulled off the internet without licensing appropriately.
These tanks are hot.
Using Zuckerberg's
Who's your supplier?
Beth, you gave it 3. You had never seen it, so you took the shortcut through Coward Alley.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. Out of all of the Batmans, that was the one that was the most intriguing to me, and I really thought Jack Nicholson did a great job playing that character, and he was very creepy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it 4.
Great.
4 tanks. What are they? Vests. Summer vests.
Summer tanks.
Summer tanks.
Summer tanks.
Summer tank. Wearing.
Stop.
Summer tank's what you think of a traditional tank top.
Yeah. A vest is a winter tank, we decided.
Yeah.
In the first
but
time.
then does that make a tank a winter or a summer vest? That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. This is late in the podcast to bringing up something so interesting.
Yeah, we'll probably have to do a spin-off podcast.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Scott, hit us up.
Vest cast.
Check out our bonus content.
Make good investments.
Oh.
Yeah.
Into our podcast where we shit on your ex-husband.
And talk vests.
He wore a dumb puffy vest at one point.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
He's just the worst.
I got a vest that I like.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's like a fall. I think of that as my fall tank.
Okay.
It's like a puffy one.
Sure.
Super puffy or just...
I wouldn't say it's super puffy.
We are throwing money away right now, putting this on our main podcast.
It's a teaser.
Oh, okay.
We got to get the Angels.
Expect 4 more hours of this every week.
Every week.
Yep.
4-hour vest talk. Great. I gave it 4. I would think it rules, but what if it was bad? I was sticking with 4. This holds up for me.
Yeah.
I think it fires on all cylinders.
The dialogue
like
definitely held up for you.
Yeah. Other than it just being like men punching each other in the face and Kim Basinger just keep being pulled around. That's too bad.
Yeah.
But
Basinger.
what did I say?
Basinger.
Sorry, Kim. Why don't you buy a town?
Or please don't buy our town. Wait, actually, at this point, maybe buy our town.
Just
That might help.
Anyway.
Are you strong enough to buy our town?
Local references. Nightmare.
Wish our mayor would get out of business and sell tank tops instead. Okay, Molly. You gave it 2 because you wanted to spice things up. You thought you would be bored. I wrote bored of 3.
She thought giving it a 3 was a boring answer.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was kind of bored by a lot of this movie.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the company very much. Enjoyed listening to Dan quietly quote every line. And I had a great time. A great anniversary show. But I think legit, this is the best of the Batman movies we have seen. And I wasn't as bored in the other ones. So I think it might be me. I think I might have just been too tired tonight to really
Sure.
So because it's my fault, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy 4 tank tops.
Wow. Just out of pity for old Wallace.
I know he's too real to me.
16 tanks across the
Wow.
Oh man.
4 of us.
Yep. He's
eating tonight.
He's eating tonight.
Oh.
Except, oh no, what's that in front of his car? It's the Batmobile.
Oh, no.
This is expired registration.
Oh, my screen printing hands. Tell me where you're buying the blank tanks.
Blank tank. That sounds like a Batman villain.
Yeah, it does. Hell yeah, it does.
Yes.
Where is blank tank? Blank tank definitely has a tank, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like he drives around.
Like
He drives a
actual
tank and
tank.
wears a tank.
Oh, absolutely, he wears
Yeah.
a tank.
His
And
name
Vin
is
Diesel
Frank the
would
Tank
play
Lane.
him.
Oh
right?
my God, are we creating a new Batman movie? This sounds amazing. Robert
Would
Pattinson,
watch.
call us and then call Vin Diesel and then
Three-way call.
Three-way call. You and Vin Diesel.
Oh, yeah, and whoever the director is, 4-way call.
Yes, blank tank. We can put Vin Diesel in as much prosthetics as you want. I don't care as
Yeah.
long as he's wearing that
As long as we
tank.
can see that tank.
Yep.
And
Maybe
sweating.
he's got like a tank head.
What?
He shoots. He's got like a.
Like a helmet that shoots guns? Or no, it's a t-shirt cannon on his head.
Ah!
And it shoots blank tank tops.
Yes.
We said this first.
Yeah,
Copyright.
trademark. Warner Brothers, shut up. This'll blow the Rock's movie out of the water. The candy ass Adam.
Yeah, he's a candy
Adam.
Black candy ass Adam.
Yeah.
What?
Jesus.
The Rock is a superhero now, Black Adam.
Yes, which, as we learned from his incomprehensible Instagram video,
Wait, what?
was like,
Is that what he was saying?
what?
What was he saying?
He has the power of Superman, but magic. Superman is not magic. So think about that from the Iron Paradise.
These are things he said?
Yeah. Anyway, check out Black Adam in theaters sometime. Pierce Brosnan is in it.
Oh,
that's fun for you, right?
Man.
Oh, and his mother, Janet.
Oh,
Janet
Black
Brosnan.
Adam, we have to save the universe, all right?
It's me, Pierce Brosnan.
Hey.
I've got a whole pallet of chips from Costco.
Let me put on my magic helmet that lets me do magic things on Pierce Brosnan.
Excuse me, I just bought some new patio furniture.
Mummy.
Kirkland's best.
Black
I've got-
Adam, this is my mother.
Black Adam, Blick Adam.
Blicky.
Now, boys,
a tiny pack of
so
socks.
over a nice cuppa.
Oh, no, here comes some sort of Egyptian monster, I assume, is what this movie's about. It's me, Pierce Brosnan again. Yes, I changed dialects. Don't worry about it. I'm magic.
DC, talk to us.
Yeah, that movie sucks. Our movie where Vin Diesel has a t-shirt cannon for a head and fights Robert Pattinson.
You can have sad Batman, and that's it. Everything else has to be what we say.
Yeah.
T-shirt cannon, Vin Diesel head. Pierce Brosnan is
Oh, Pierce Brosnan's in our movie too?
absolutely is.
Oh, it's me.
Pierce Brosnan.
It's me, Dr. Fate. I just used my magic helmet to find out where the blank tank's coming from. Bit mean.
Oh, he's kind of like is he a villain, is he not? Like a Catwoman sitch.
I don't know. He's just got a crazy helmet on.
He can solve the world's greatest detective, Bitman.
Wait, Molly, come back in.
I'm gonna solve this mystery, and then I'm gonna break your face.
Whoa, cool. With my tank gun hat.
Load up. All love.
Ride or die in my tank.
I mean,
This sounds amazing.
it's got all the ingredients.
Right?
I'll give it that.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like it might be executionally dependent, but I think it's.
I mean, there's a lot of moving parts for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we definitely have to make quite a few phone calls.
Yeah.
And I think we need to do all practical effects for the t-shirt cannon head.
Absolutely. If Vin Diesel isn't getting whiplash every time he fires a tank top off of his head, we're not doing it right.
Yeah.
You can tell.
He's
You
got
can tell
strong
when
necks.
it's CGI. Honestly, he could just put this in the Fast movie. Why not?
Crossover?
Yeah, the only way we can launch this Pontiac off of this boat is if I put this t-shirt can on my head.
You'll never make it across the canyon, Toretto.
Honestly, at this point, he might be casting Pierce Brosnan. There are so many just random older actors in the new movie. It's wild.
I'd watch Pierce Brosnan in that.
Me too.
Do you think that this next one takes place like way in the future, and so everybody's just older now?
Wait, do you think that he got Rita Moreno to play like an older version of somebody?
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
Fast 10, still fast, still furious.
Old.
Old.
Great tagline. We're so good at making movies. Hollywood, call us.
You're welcome.
11:59.
I keep checking my clock to just
5.
nope.
4.
Nope. 30 seconds.
5. It's our anniversary.
Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. All right, time is still ticking down.
We're just
It's
gonna-
100 degrees in this room.
All
That's
right.
pretty rough.
Who wants a
15
Kirkland best
seconds.
air conditioner?
Oh, I would take one.
Yeah.
5. Is it 5 yet?
Come on,
Not
Daddy. Costco, Cookland air
5,
conditioning.
4,
3.
3,
Shit,
2,
vitamin
1.
D.
Happy
anniversary! Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.